time it is. My mic wasn't on, but you know what time it is. You know what time it is. We're back for another dope episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
You know, I'm waiting for a hot second before I hit you with any of the applause or anything. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. That's right. Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. Boogie, you're probably wondering, why is his arm up there like that?
I know
Why?
why.
You know why. Shador Sanders. We shouted him out already. Shador Sanders. This is what it is. I'm wondering if I could get the black watch bedazzled. What do you think, Bugs? What do you think?
The bedazzle.
I feel like that's what everybody gotta do from now on. When someone is disrespecting you, just put your watch in their face. Put your watch in their face and show them what time it is. Hopefully, your watch got a little bit of diamonds and a little bit of shine to it. But you know, put your watch up. Boogie, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. You know, I feel like there's so many quotes. This whole family is just full of quotables. Like the
They are,
team
and I love
itself.
it.
They are. Like, man, I watched. Yeah, I know you're gonna talk about it a little bit more
Yeah,
later, but I watched a little snippet of when he was on First Take, and you know
it was magical.
yeah, their B-roll. They had so many great quips and just clips of him just saying great taglines. This man is the
How
king of
many was it?
taglines.
How many did you count? How many did you count?
I
Did you
right
use
right
track count?
I was gonna say right off the top of my head, I know four already.
I ain't hard to find.
Right. I ain't hard to find.
What's
I ain't
another one?
hard to find. It's personal.
That's number two.
It's
You know one of my
personal.
personal favorites is
What?
I was sitting in my office and I heard some bull jive. I love when old head bull junk, bull stuff, bull jockey. It's just like, okay.
He
You know
said, "Y'all
Dion probably cusses at the
right."
house, right?
Oh, he just sure does, but he knows how to switch it on because he every darn time he will darn your way till you can't darn it no more.
I'm going to say this right now. It's probably Kirk Franklin levels of cussing going on in the Sanders household.
Oh,
Remember,
absolutely.
I'm sure it's probably a lot of "I will break your motherfucker." It's probably a lot of that. Maybe not
Oh,
in that sense, but it's a lot
oh,
of MFers.
don't do
It's a
Prime
lot
like that. Don't do Prime like that because Kirk was on a different level. That boy had the Holy Ghost in him when he was.
Prime, where my MF and Bible at? Let's get to these scriptures. It's gotta
Oh
be
God.
something like, you know what I'm gonna say though? I can't wait for the book of Prime.
Ah.
Whenever the book of Prime comes out, it's gonna be like 101 quips to get you through your day. It's gonna be something like that. And I'm like, yes, day one is gonna be like, if you look up, you can get up. Day two, I
Oh
ain't hard to
God.
find. It's gonna be so many things like that.
I will
And I like it.
say, yeah, I will say this is probably the first game in a long time of football games that I'm actually excited to actually watch. I will actually watch it cuz generally speaking, when I watch football, it's just like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. What
This
happened?
is
This
gonna
team did this?"
be
Yeah.
I gotta take a nap. I'm gonna have to take a nap. I'm already saying
Ah.
it. This game is gonna come on at 10 p.m. And
Yeah, it's
this is
Colorado,
kind
baby.
of, you know, I'm kind of getting in bed like 10 or 11, so it's like
Yeah, nap is
I'm gonna have to
needed.
take a nap. A
A
nap
nap
is needed.
a nap is definitely needed.
To your point, I think a lot of people are going to be tuning into this
Yeah.
game just to see
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. Is it going to be a bloodbath? Yes. How much is the bloodbath going to be? Probably 40, for at least 40 points.
Oh god.
And if you're a betting person, bet on Colorado. That's all I'm gonna say.
I it just, congratulations again. We've seen the magnitude and the impact that he's done already in the college sports, but it says a lot that people are paying. I don't know. Again, people are paying high tickets. This is the highest tickets in college
Over
for
$500.
over $500 just to go see some college kids that aren't paying they
Last
aren't
year
getting
it
paid.
was $121. That was the average pricing. It's over $500 for a ticket. So yeah, just do the math.
Yeah,
Do the math.
that's crazy.
Colorado gear that's flying over shows. People that didn't go to Colorado are buying this. We're talking about it, but neither one of us are Colorado alums.
I ain't never heard about. No, let me stop.
The only time I actually played with Colorado or Colorado State was when they were on what is it, the EA Sports college football.
The college
I
football.
played with them then. I was like, these uniforms look nice. And they had a black quarterback that could run. Any college football
That's
team on college
hilarious.
football that had a black quarterback, you was winning because I could run.
Boy,
You know.
can I? I'm gonna end it with this. Can I just say these companies are getting guap
yeah.
off these kids.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, they sure did have a game day college series game.
Oh yeah, I'm actually glad that they are allowed to make money off themselves now.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders has the second highest NIL out here amongst the men. Bronny has like I think Bronny got 6.1 million.
Yeah.
Shedeur got 4.1.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, these kids is getting the bag.
And
No
this is
wonder
what-
they iced
right.
out on the sidelines.
Iced out, and this is what the companies or the Palm folks were afraid of. These niggas are getting money too. Ah!
Not only that, but he's just literally pro athletes in college.
Yep.
Because you can't talk to them the way you used to be able to talk to them.
You cannot.
It's like, my guy, I'm making $4 million this year. You can't run what laps?
Who you talking to? Who you talking to like that? I pay your salary.
I will go to another school and make another $4 million. So you better watch how you talk to me, man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Colorado gear coming soon. I'm about to go out here and buy a hat, a sweatshirt.
Oh God. Oh God.
I want the shades. Prime, I know you listening.
Actually,
I know
them
you a
blue
fan of the
blockers.
podcast.
Yeah, them blue blockers are pretty decent.
Yeah.
I will say.
I need
Yeah.
Prime. Send me and Boogie a pair. You know, send both of us a pair.
Yeah, those
and
are
send me one of them cowboy hats. I will rock the cowboy hat.
That's that's a great Christmas gift too for a lot of male and women. I'm I don't want to be that person.
Which one?
Both. Shit, both. Cause that's a great Beyonce outfit right there. So
I didn't think about that.
I got a
Beyonce
cowboy hat on too. My Beyonce merch.
Beyonce and Prime should have did a collaboration. Speaking of that Beyonce merch, because I know them shirts was expensive. How are you washing this? Is this one of those?
Do you not understand?
We're not drying this, boy.
Oh, first of all, I'll dry none of this. Is the thing that my partner and I we always combat. We go back and forth with because he doesn't understand. He's like, "What are you washing? Like, why?" Do we have a dryer? I don't dry not a nail. Even though they have the option, the delicate option,
right?
I'm not using that. we are actually looking into getting a clothesline. Just
going back to the old school.
Boy, I don't dry. Yeah, I'm doing warm to cool water.
Okay. And energy efficient detergent.
Okay. That's fragrance free.
Okay.
And I like to flip my shirts inside out.
Okay. That's how you preserve the logos. Okay.
These are some thick, expensive cotton shirts.
See, okay. So here's the math. I figured it out why you're spending $65 to probably $80 for a t-shirt. God. Those are the t-shirts that you see people in when you're just like, oh, what is it? The Great Floyd or not? That's a terrible band. Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
This is the Great Floyd.
This man.
You see Pink Floyd shirts or whatever, and from the 1975, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you spent $100 on that T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's why it's lasting. So Boogie, when Boogie is like Auntie Boogie in like 40 years, she's like, oh, you was at the Renaissance tour. The T-shirt is still gonna look fresh. Still gonna look fresh.
No, but I feel like I went to Off Sacks and I saw a Motley
Motley
uh
Crue.
and it looked like it was
It went
looked
through
like
hell.
boy, it looked raggedy to a mofo, and they charging an arm and a leg for these graphic shirts, and I'm just like, oh, I see what y'all doing here,
Well, the thought behind that is like, yo, I can cut this shirt up my goddamn self,
man.
put some holes in it, but before I spend $150 for a Motley Crue, you go to Target, get a little Motley Crue T-shirt, poke a little holes in it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you're not about to
Little
catch
life hack.
me. I will not be destroying. I see people cropping these, they Beyonce shirt out. Maybe if I had another one, maybe if I
Yeah,
had two, but
see,
this original one gonna stay original.
this is stock. Yeah, as much as y'all spend on them T-shirts, not cutting this joint up.
Yeah, not me. I'm sorry, guys. That won't be me.
Oh, how's your week been otherwise?
Man, my week's been decent. We had a good conversation prior to recording.
Good.
Um, we talked about, fits back
Updating
in
the
the day,
wardrobe.
updating the wardrobe. Yeah, I stepped out to this. It reminded me of. Have you been to Old Orchard Mall in Skokie?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
so
hike, but
yeah,
yeah.
it is a hike because it felt like it too to me. It felt like we were going to Skokie from how long we were driving
I feel like
from.
anytime you have to drive, if it's like a 45 minute to an hour and a half drive, the clothes are gonna be fire.
Oh yeah,
Anytime you have to drive
most
to a
def,
mall,
most
you
def,
get some good stuff.
most def. We drove a little bit longer than 45 minutes to half an hour. It was more like hour and a half, 2 hours, because we went past where we normally would get off, and we kept going.
You went past on purpose, or was it you just missed
Oh,
the
this was
exit?
intentionally because
Okay.
we had to get to that particular mall. And this mall reminded me of Old Orchard because it's an outside mall, but uh wow, it had everything you could think of and then some. And I was like, "Oh, yeah,
We coming back.
we definitely coming back, but also I can only come with you cuz you can't come by yourself."
Oh, he gonna rack it up.
My God, I never seen
Charge it.
somebody allergic to keeping money to himself. Oh,
He's
it
got that grin of "Muhahaha,"
yeah.
and
I had
the
to
wallet was like, "Stop,
Yeah,
keep me
no, the wallet was
close.
like, "Yeah, you can keep going now, but you gonna be mad as hell at the end
Let
of
me
the
get
month."
that bill."
Right. No, but yeah, my partner, we did a evaluation, if you will, of his wardrobe, and we determined that your man's didn't have not a nail, not a pair of jeans. He had two pairs of jeans, and he was like, "Where my jeans go? Like, where are
This is it, my guy.
He and then and I feel like this is definitely a male thing, a
Okay.
man thing. He was like, "I kinda need some new underwear too, because these holes." Why do y'all keep underwear until it starts to
Okay, look.
deteriorate? What is with y'all?
Once they start to deteriorate, if I see like one hole, I gotta get rid of it. I can't keep any. I'm not doing that. Now they might be faded, and it's like, okay, guy, these used to be brown, now they're gray. You know, I'm like that. It's funny that you actually say that because I was listening to with Ryan Clark, what is it, that podcast? It was the Pivot podcast that they
Oh,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they were talking, and Shannon Crowder was like, I didn't know everybody didn't, flip their drawers inside out. At first, I was like, what? And he was like, I didn't know that until I got around y'all. And Ryan Clark was like, yeah, I just get a new pair, you know. And he was like, but that gets expensive. And I was like, bro, you are a millionaire. You should not be walking around here talking about how expensive drawers are. You go TJ Maxx, Ross, any of these places, and you can get you like a little 5-pack for like $30, maybe
Yeah,
less than that. And they like
yeah.
Ralph Lauren, This man said, I got draws that I have worn so much. The booty part is worn out of the draws. And I'm like, sir,
No,
you
no, no.
cannot be walking around here with assless draws on. Draws that started with the ass on them and they no longer have the ass on them. You're doing too much. Get
No,
rid
no,
of
no.
them.
That's a little extreme. But I'm talking about a couple of holes just
Yeah,
on
nah.
particular areas. Yeah. There
I feel
in
that air. I feel
the
the
draft.
air,
Yeah,
or
that's
just
fair.
like the jeans, depending on how big the hole. You don't feel that denim on your cheeks. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, so we revitalized his wardrobe the other day, which just had me thinking like, man, I I love my style because I feel like I have a timeless style. I don't do a lot of trendy stuff. I might do
Right.
one or two trends, but I like to keep my stuff for years to come because
Makes sense.
I like to consider myself a very, economically conscious,
Makes sense.
and he likes to call, my partner likes to call me, a very basic non-stylish, but I do have a style. I'm a very minimalist.
Yeah, okay. I've hung around you enough. I say it's a style, but it's not like this is a style. No,
Right.
it fits you where
Yeah.
it's like,
My personality is my
yeah,
style. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
I
got the
I
sneaker
love
game,
right, you know
and
what
then
I'm
you
saying?
can, yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
that's how
multi
that's I'm very
multifaceted. That's the
minimalist.
word.
Thank you. I'm very minimalist and I am not ashamed about it. Like I got body yaddy yaddy and I got hair and I got a personality.
There you
I
go. That's all
and
you need.
I love having simple attire. No, this man, we go to the polo store, he go, "Man, this Letterman jacket is hitting."
Got the big P on it or the
I was like,
horse.
both of them. I was like, my mans, you can only wear this in a specific temperature,
He's like,
and
it's
you,
about to get cold.
God, my guy, like
Okay.
yeah, I,
Oh
I
my
was
bad.
just
Go ahead.
thrown. I was no, I was just thrown off. But I also, we were also talking about our attire or style.
Before
You
you
and
get into
I.
that, back to the polo store.
Go ahead.
Is he a big pony polo or is he a
Don't do
little
that.
pony polo guy? I
Don't do
gotta
that.
ask. I gotta ask the question.
And not you say
Which
pony.
one?
Not you say
Is it the
pony.
big pony polo?
Not the pony, not the association, not
No, because
the
the
association.
regular polo, they got the big man
Yeah,
too.
they do.
So which one is he the big polo or is he the little
He
polo?
does both because he
Okay.
has a sweater where it's a big ass polo bear.
The
Where
bear polo is dope. Not gonna hold you.
and he was like, "Yo, this is dope." I'm like, "You have this in a crew neck sweater." He was like, "But this is a hoodie." I was like, "Oh my god."
Boogie, why are you hating on his style? So you know what? You're the minimalist, and he's like, I need it all.
This man said no, but I will say he's not the logo guy. Like I
Okay.
needed to say Givenchy right here before I wear it or whatever. Outside of the bear, he likes discreet
Okay.
or what they call, which I kind of, I don't like the term, but quiet luxury.
I never knew that. You teaching me
Yeah.
and the listener something. Quiet luxury. All this time, I just was like, I don't want to broadcast what I got. Didn't know that it was a name for it.
Yeah.
Quiet luxury. So yeah, we were talking about our style,
Yes.
primarily those college years.
Whoa, buddy.
Business casual. I tell you
Boy.
what, the makers of the suit and tie game, Jeffrey Bean, they collected on us because we was in there. I gotta have this satin shirt, gotta have this tie, gotta have this sweater vest in the goddamn clubs looking like the kings of comedy almost. Like, what were we doing?
It looked like everybody was coming from an office conference. We are in town for a National Black Association conference. Like I remember like vividly always wanting to have a belt,
And a
the
blazer.
a belt with a button up and a pencil skirt. Who the hell? Like, where am I going?
Don't forget the blazer, because y'all was in there rocking them
Yeah,
blazers
we was
with the
blazered up.
sleeves rolled up
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
them
still got them though.
heels,
I still got them
them
though.
them heels that all y'all wore, them
Nope.
clunkies,
I ain't wear
wherever
those. I know which
them
ones you
weird
talking about.
heels was.
Yeah, I ain't wear those. I not gonna lie, I did have them. Let me stop playing.
But see,
I
look,
had a pair.
it was a progression though, because in high school we had the belts that had our names on them that
Oh
lit
God.
up. We had tall tees, jersey dresses,
Yeah,
the
we did a
little
lot of that.
weird jersey Tim heels and stuff. So it was a
Oh
progression
God.
of like business casual in the club. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was literally like you said. None of us had time to change from the conference, so we going clubbing. Like,
We all look like we are in happy hour right now. Work happy hour. That's what it is.
not only that, we was sweating. It was just like, yo.
I just remember always like it, and I do have a couple pieces, but the women know, the ladies know, these belts. We had
Belts was big
embellishment
as fuck.
belts, big as hell, just trying to get some shape because we had these over. Yeah,
It was the whole thing. Like,
yeah,
you had to be there, and I'm sure most of the listeners, you guys were there too. So
absolutely,
we're not lying. It's just like looking
yeah.
back, I'm just like, ah. And it was no matter what school you went to
Oh yeah,
across the country, we all got the memo. Business casual. And part of this though is part of this because of how racist it was for these club establishment. Is that
absolutely,
what it was, or was it just
absolutely.
someone was like, change clothes? Remember when Puffy and it was Sean, not Jay-Z, they was like, change clothes
Yeah,
and niggas was wearing button ups and everything. So maybe was it partially them and partially the racism? What would you call it?
I think it was more the racism because I feel like yes, people guys were wearing button ups and big old jeans, baggy
Them jeans
jeans
was big
for
as
as
fuck.
long as I can remember. But it got a little different when the clubs, even the 18 and older clubs
Yeah.
specifically. I remember a long list of things that you could not come in wearing. Do you remember that? Like the
Oh my
the
god, it was
flyers.
30 things.
No this, no Tim's, no shoes with
No
shoestrings,
strong
no
smelling cologne.
right.
And it was like you had to do a fit check with everyone before you left the crib and
God.
before you left the car. You also had an extra shirt, an extra pair of shoes for the
Yep.
one homie who forgot the dress code. It was
Yep.
just like it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
To this day, I still remember the club that refused me to get in the
You
club
always
because
remember that club that turns you down. You always remember it.
turned me down because they was like women can't wear flats. I looked at him and I was like,
What?
my guy, I'm taller than you.
So wait. Wait. What is this no flats? So it's an all heels policy. Heels only? Is that what they were?
Yep. This
Because I know they wouldn't
particular
let you in there with
club.
no sneakers.
No.
So
No, I had flats, and they was like, "Yeah, we not letting women
we
with
don't care if
flats
your
come
feet
in.
hurt.
We not letting women with flats come in." I was like, "Huh?"
Because you could take the flats off and you could beat the shit out of someone. That's probably what it is. Versus taking your heel off and being able to stab someone. I
Yo,
get
it
it.
was
I
the
get it.
wildest thing, and I was like, "So you do realize I'm taller than most of these dudes that's in here right now, right?" I'm sorry,
I got
that's the rules.
turned down. My bad. Go ahead. You said it
No,
was the
that's what
rules.
he said. That's the rules, you know.
And they be looking at you. I'm like, bro, you know you can let me in here right now. You know you can let me in. I'm just one person.
Yeah.
Just one person. I got turned down because my shirt was not tucked in like all the way. Like, 'cause,
Oh
I'm trying to show off the
God.
little buckle. I'm trying to show off. He was like, you can't come in. I was like, why not? I'm dressed. Everything I have on fits your dress code. Shirt's not tucked in. I was like, when did this become a rule?
God.
Has there been a rule of you gotta tuck your shirts in? I was like, bro, I understand the hat policy, but tucking in shirts, this is a dress shirt, bro. What am I doing? I got baggy ass jeans on and Cole Haan sneakers. It's not gonna look right with this shirt
Not
tucked in.
Cole Haan. Oh my god!
You
Not
remember the Cole Haans.
or the Kenneth Coles. The Kenneth Coles.
The two tones, the black and the brown and the dark brown and the light tan in the middle. You remember them shoes?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They had a stranglehold on the brothers.
God.
I'm so glad we're not into that stuff anymore.
I am too. I'm happy that I feel like now fashion is so more individualized and yes, there again, like I said, yes, there are trends and people go on certain waves, but overall, I feel like people are more personalized even more now because we're not restricted in believing that in order for us to quote unquote be normal or fit in, you have to look like XYZ. You know what I mean?
Carbon copies.
Yeah.
I will say this: the best era though in the clothing for us would have been that middle school to early
I already
high school.
know. The Jabot straps,
the FUBU Jabot Fat Farm era.
Yeah,
best era of clothing.
I had I had an academics fit where I was like, hey, everybody got to know this is from academics.
I had my little Fat Farm. It was the Fat Farm fit, the jean fit. Got it for Christmas. I'm wearing this shit every day if I could. I was like, yeah, you know, had the Fat Farm across the chest, had the Fat Farm on the back of the pants. Everybody had a jean fit. Sean John. It was something. I was like, yo.
That urban streetwear, boy. That's that urban streetwear.
Great time to be alive. FUBU needs to come back. I'm just saying, FUBU, come back.
Pass.
Not the Fat Farm FUBU, but just like a little regular, little, you know, FUBU.
Boo-foo, you mean?
Oh man, I gotta give a quick update. I'm sure you guys are wondering what's going on with the Stairmaster Wars between me and the OG Galloway and my pops. You know, he sent me a text message last night. He was like, okay, you beat my little 13 minutes. So he sent me a text. It was 17 minutes and 53 steps, I guess, per minute or whatever. And I was like, okay, I see you. Game recognizes game. I was in the gym this morning in the wee early hours, put up a nice little 18 minutes, 56 steps. So I was like, boom, good morning, Pops. So he sends me a message back and he's like, challenge is on. So now we got this little competitive Stairmaster Wars going on here. So I will keep y'all updated as to the progress.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know, I can't let the 62-year-old man beat me. I can't do it. You know, I gotta show him. I'm like, the youth is going to win. He was like, you must not have read the story of the old bull versus the young bull. And I was like, nope, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me about it.
God.
If anything, this is a great way to keep him active. Because you know how your folks get when they get older, sometimes they're not as active as they want to be. So I'm like, yo, man, get up, want to keep you around here a little bit longer. See if you can beat this time, man. Boogie. I got a little grinding of the gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Wet wipes, Boogie. Wet wipes.
Oh God.
Grinding my gears. Why are they so wet? Why are they so wet? Like, I feel like y'all should have wrung these out before you put them in the pack. Like, why do I have to wring out the wet wipe? Like, it's just like that feeling of like, I would have rather just used regular toilet paper. This is just too much wetness on the backside. Like, I just need Cottonelle and all the other makers of the wet wipes. Just take a little bit of the wetness out of the wipe. Just wring them out for me, please. That's all I'm asking.
I don't have a problem with wet wipes being a little bit wetter than most, just because you have to remember, you don't know what scenario is happening. what
like
stage,
homie on that airplane,
right? You don't know what stage of or where you gonna be at, what stage in your toiletry.
That is very true.
Where you gonna be at, where you may need a lot of wetness or a little wetness. So I would rather err on the side of caution.
Okay. So Cottonelle is thinking on behalf of Boogie, like, hey, they might have an accident.
You don't know. So
This is very true.
yeah, and also, I'm of the ilk right now because I've transitioned to using water. So as
Okay, the
well,
bidet.
yeah. But we ain't got a bidet. We had a bidet. Now we got a sink. Okay.
It's me.
Now we got a sink, okay? Le sink, okay? But we did have a bidet.
Les washcloths.
Right. No, I don't do the washcloth unless I really need a washcloth. But
in that case, I'm taking a shower.
right, like fuck, I'll take my clothes off and hop in this motherfucker. No.
Oh man.
No, but I like a little, I like a little dampness on my tissue.
Okay.
So that's why, but that's why I don't mind a overly saturated
Right.
Cottonelle wet wipe, or just wet wipe in general, because Cottonelle don't pay us. It's a wet wipe.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's just one of those things where it's like, if it's too wet, it's like, I gotta go back to the dry. I gotta dry off, and it's just like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I understand, but you're drying off to also ensure that you removed all that needs to be removed. You want to make sure you clean.
That's true. That is very, you're making some valid points.
I'm hitting it with these gems.
You've convinced me. Okay, Boogie she's changed my mind. What do you know that meme where it's like, let's argue, change my mind.
Yeah,
Boogie's changed my mind. The wetness. Here's my sign. Right. The wetness levels need to stay where they are at. Okay.
Because I would hate to have you go into a bathroom stall and you have a wet wipe and it is not as wet as you need it to be.
Oh, no, I've been on that end of, if you I've opened up the pack and it's been like, damn, how long have these been here? The wipes be crusty as hell.
Wait, you open it and it go
things come out like a sheet of paper. It's like, I'm not about to use this. It's like, so you're right. You are right. Because if you've ever pulled out a wet wipe and it's just like, I'm about to get a paper cut on my ass.
Oh my God. And I'm sure for those that are very are very big on cleaning themselves, has had a time where they've wiped a little too much.
Oh yeah. And just fingering your butt. If you wipe a little too vigorously, you might be in uncharted territories.
Or see, I wasn't even gonna say all that. I was talking about, especially with rough paper, toilet paper. I've definitely had some accidents where I'm like, am I bleeding?
Oh man, that's the scariest thing, where you're like, yo, am I dying? Like, did I really go to the bathroom that hard to where I'm like bleeding?
That's because you're doing it you're wiping too hard.
Wiping too hard.
Like, let it go. You out here raw dogging your
Yeah, that's like, it's when you have got to that point where you start to see blood and then you come with a wet wipe, it's like, whoa,
oh my God. You done messed up right there, my man. That's where you messed up.
Yo, there's no going back from that. That's like when you're like, I don't even want to go to the bathroom anymore. It's just like, we're done. Yeah. We're clean. When you start seeing blood, you're clean. Yeah. Like you've gotten to that point.
Oh man.
So let me ask you this question, Boogie. Has there ever been an accident in your adult life? Has there ever been an accident where it's like, oh, it just happened, you should have known yourself? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Safe space.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed. There's been, I remember again, it's only happened so many times that you remember these incidents. It
You
was
never forget the first time you shit on yourself, okay?
yeah,
It's
and it
just
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was walking. We was outside walking the longest way of like I'm trying to remember where we were walking. We were outside and it was dark. I think we were walking to a party or something, and I knew I should have went to the bathroom beforehand. Before we went on this trek, before we went on this journey.
so your stomach was like, "Hey, my sis, you might want to go handle this," and you ignored the warnings.
Yeah, because I'm the type of person that like to wait to the last minute to go to the
Okay.
bathroom. That's
what?
yes, I like to wait to the last minute to go to the bathroom because I
Okay.
don't. I'm not a strainer. I don't want to push. I
Okay,
want
that
it to
makes
be
sense.
easy.
Just let it all just flow.
Yeah,
Okay, that
just
makes
let
sense.
it all go. But
Squatty
yeah,
potty? You squatty
yeah,
pottying
of
it up?
course.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
of course. Even if I don't got a squatty potty, I'll
Be kind to your behind.
right. I will take a stool. I'll take a stool and turn it on the side and put my legs up. I will try a way. I
He
will
stacks
find a
some
way.
magazines and we good.
Man. But yeah, and I remember I was like, man, I think something's happening right now.
It's churning.
Right. And my dumb ass, because well, I wouldn't call myself dumb. I'm a very prepared person. I always keep tissue, wet wipes or something, because I already know if I gotta go to the
Accidents
bathroom,
happen.
yeah, if I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I remember I had to pee. And this is the thing with women. When we're using the bathroom and it's just number one, out of nowhere, you know, something can transpire and we'd be like, "Oh, we're doing number 2.
We're
I didn't know
doing
we were doing
this.
number 2. Okay. I didn't realize this was part of the menu today.
On
I
the
didn't
agenda.
right, I didn't know that." So I had an affinity of peeing outside. And
Okay.
I remember I had to really go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Man, I gotta pee, I gotta pee." I was like, and my friend was like, "Girl,
Where are these
we're
bushes?
my friend was like, "Girl, we are like 5 minutes away. I know we've been walking forever, but we're 5 minutes away." I'm like, "No, but I gotta go, and I don't want to destroy what I'm right now." So I find some bushes and I pee and I wipe myself, and then I when I pull my pants up, eh, I realize my body's like, "Oh, we not just."
We not done yet. I think we not done yet.
I was like, I'm like, what in the world? I pulled my pants up. I'm like, what in the world is happening right now? And I was like, yeah, let's hurry up and get to this. Let's get to this spot real quick, because there's a travesty that's happening in my pants right now. God.
It was a hot speed. So wait. So you actually shitted on yourself, or it was a near accident?
No. It was it wasn't all the way, but it was there.
Oh, you was prairie dog.
It was there. It was there.
So did you leave the party afterwards, or you was good after you went to the bathroom?
Oh man, I threw away my underwear.
Okay.
I did a whole I spent like a good 10 minutes in the bathroom just cleaning up the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Had to put the underwear in the bottom of the trash can.
Boy, I was like, man, I hate this for anybody that gotta clean this up. I hate this for you.
I'm like, who left some shitty panties in the trash? I'm not gonna lie. I was at the gym. You know, everybody talks about the pre-workouts and all
Oh
these
yeah.
things.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that pre-workout kind of makes you go. So I'm,
Oh.
did my little workout and everything. And I'm leaving, dap the homie up. So I'm like, cool. Get in the car. And I'm like, you don't want to like fart in the gym or whatever. You're
Oh
kind to
god.
other people. So I let out what I thought was a fart that was not a fart. And I was like, oh my God. And I was on the north side on Belmont. And I had to go all the way back to the burbs. And it was like rush hour traffic. So I am literally remember Pops on Friday, like, somebody let me over, help me. That was literally me. I had the windows down in the old whip because I just like shitted on myself, and I'm sitting here trying not to move because I had cloth seats, and I'm like, I don't want this to seep through my drawers and my hoop shorts. So I take a 45-minute drive, get to the crib. Of course, those pants were taken and thrown into the dumpster. I took the longest shower ever because I've never felt so just like, bro, how you shit on yourself? You like 25 years old. How does this happen? And I went to the car and just Febrezed, just left the windows open for a very long time because it was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. It was just bad. So, it happens though. And I've never since then taken pre-workout ever. I know it is just no for you, boy. So Boogie.
As long as you learn it.
Oh, I learned that day. Never again. Boogie. You know what time it is. Time to tip that hat.
I'm tipping my hat.
For those of you who are new to the program, like tip the hat to folks who are doing dope things in the communities. Boogie, who you got?
I'm tipping my hat to Ava DuVernay. Okay. Once again, she is done. She is just elegance and excellence at its like utmost top. You know what I'm saying? Like Ava DuVernay makes history as she's the first Black woman to have a film compete in Venice Film Festival. First of all, what? Why are we still doing this? Another first. Right. Another first. Another first.
I think it's dope as hell, man. Ava's one of my favorite directors. Her story was how she got into the industry.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal. For someone who didn't go the traditional route of like film school, all those types of things, it was just dope to see that. So, shout out to her.
Yeah, I really am proud of everything that she's done, and she's also paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? She's helping a lot of people. So tip my hat
especially
off
Black
to her.
women in the industry. And Black women directors and producers.
Absolutely.
She is at the forefront of making sure Black women are a voice and getting their stories told. So I love that about her.
Absolutely. Who's your tipping?
I gotta give it to North Farmington High. They do this every year to let the students show up and do their back to school ID photos. I actually had a few homies that graduated from North Farmington High, and they talk about it all the time. And I'm like, y'all suck because my high school was like, nah. But this was cool. We had a young lady that did Sexy Red. We had some South Park characters, Lilo and Stitch. They went through and did a Where's Waldo. They did a lot of other dope things. There was Rocky. Someone did Diego. They did The Rock. So it's cool that schools let the kids have fun, do things like this. So shout out to them.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's dope. And it's fun. It's fun. It gets the people going. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's provocative.
You know what I'm saying? The kids are just like, damn, I'm excited to go to school. These are great initiatives that the school has allowed, because schools would be like, nope.
Man, dress code. Sit in your home, suspended. So it's kudos to them for that. And if I'm the girl who won a Sexy Red, I'm skiing every time I show my ID. Okay. Man, where's your ID? Ski. Slide your ID. Ski. And that's what I'm doing every time. She's got to do it every time.
Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to them for sure.
Yo, let's get to this ad and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They Black owned. You know you want to support a Black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, first up for those you can or can't use. Shout out to Black Watches. I'm wearing mine right now. McDonald's is removing self-serve fountains due to hygiene and theft concerns. Who would have thunk it?
God.
They're phasing out self-service fountains due to hygiene and theft and changing customer habits. The company's franchise owners promise free refills will persist after the machines are phased out by 2032. Free refills are a big draw for people, said Kim Duringer, who operates 3 McDonald's franchises in Springfield. I don't see anything taken away from that. In Illinois, some franchise owners are already moving away from soda fountains. They're having staff bring meals and drinks directly to customers' tables, as reported by the State Journal Register. The owner of the Springfield, Illinois McDonald's, Brad Davies, mentioned that they stopped giving out empty cups to customers this year. Corporate headquarters selected his franchise as a test for the case study. It was an adjustment for customers and staff, Davis said, but we didn't get too many complaints on it. Although there is no specific timetable, Davis said he intends to make the same transfer to the other 5 franchises that he owns. It says customers at a McDonald's in Lincoln, Illinois will continue having their meals and drinks served to them by staff members. What says you, Bugs?
I mean, duh. What do you expect? People are gonna take advantage of free refills.
I mean, they should have did this a long time ago. Let's be real.
Yeah.
How many times have people asked for a water cup and got Sprite? Come on. Or dare you, how many people were really ballsy asking for a water cup and got Coke?
Yep.
Come on. So, I mean, let's not act like everyone is the most trustworthy person in the world when it comes to these things. Like, come on. I got no issue with it.
I have no issue with it either. And I feel like a lot of restaurants, well, fast food restaurants now that are on the upper echelon tier of fast food restaurants, like a Culver's and Chick-fil-A, they've been doing this from jump, thinking that this is personalized, really A1 customer service. Nah, this is their way to really take control and really make sure that everybody's getting exactly what you paid for.
And it cuts down on you really getting refills. Because let's be real, those lines at Culver's and Chick-fil-A are long as hell. Yep. I'm not really trying to stand in this long ass line to get a refill. So I'm just like, you know what, one's enough. So it's kind of like, you know what, we're helping you as portion control.
That's exactly what it is. But also I also want to let people know, like, do you really need another cup of sugar, of corn syrup? You know what I'm saying?
You already had a 40 ounce. Do you need another one?
I mean, it's just funny. It's just funny to me. Again, this is not our fault. Everything was designed to entice us and to keep us, wanting more, because that's what food corporations do. They add these additives and stuff in there for you to, make it more salty so they can buy a drink, make it this so you can become, addicted to it or whatever have you. And now, before, like, I want to say 20 years ago when it was supersize this and supersize that. And now they're turning a leaf and they're going, well, let's go on more of the healthy side. And, they just trying to make money any way they can.
Still no mixed salads, but we'll tell
I've had a mixed salad before.
Do they even have those anymore?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, I was like, they'll tell you how unnutritional this shit is, but don't give us any nutritional options. But of course, you probably aren't going to McDonald's for nutritional meals. But
Yeah, I remember when Wendy's
know.
had salads. They
still
I
do.
don't think.
The
Oh
taco
yeah.
salad slaps at Wendy's.
Okay,
Might
but that's
have you in
not
the
a
bathroom.
nutritional salad, buddy.
It's got
Okay.
lettuce.
Ah.
Okay.
And this is why we're here.
It's a chicken salad. Okay. I mean, I'm old enough, like you said about the Super Size Me. You remember the Biggie Fry and all the Biggie Size it.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, look, man, what more do y'all want from them? Y'all are getting over on McDonald's for the last 25 years. Cut it out. They said no more.
Yeah.
You lucky they even still putting the carbonation in the pops now, because
Oh,
you know what's gonna
God.
happen. Inflation, everything is going up. Conspiracy, brother. McDonald's will start
Here we
charging
go.
y'all per bubble. It's gonna be per bubble of carbonation. It's gonna be extra $2 to your drink. Mark my words. Mark my words.
God. Good luck with
I
that.
ain't got no beef with McDonald's. Yo, let's get to the next ad and we'll be right back.
Got you. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
I finally took myself off of mute instead of just talking. Tyler Perry has been in the news. He took a page out of his movies. Boogie, do you have the beautiful bean footage?
I do.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In the
You damn right you will.
in our
Right.
society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
All right.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth.
Okay.
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in
Yeah.
himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you can the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, you
He had to change his voice for that.
Yeah.
God bless
Yeah,
you.
you brought
I hope
Mabel in real
don't
quick.
keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you,
Yes.
I know people whose men can't touch what they make.
Okay.
But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I remember.
So in other words, he said, Ebony K. Williams, will you date a bus driver? So Boogie, what says you about what Tyler and Madea had to say there?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But I'm also tired of this notion that black women specifically has to settle in order to find their love, to find their partner, to find who they feel like is deserving of their time and of their presence. I it, yeah, initially what he said, it sounded good. Yeah, finding someone that loves you for you and is a good man that found his gift, that has his gift. He doesn't necessarily have to make all the money in the world, but paying a light bill and take you out every so often. Come on now. Now you just now I feel like you just doing a lot. You're going to the extreme right now.
Just pouring salt on the wound.
Yeah. I just if I think a lot that's why a lot of women, again, specifically black women, are
Right.
single because they're like, I know what I bring to the table. And I would like the same or more in order for us to both challenge each other and make each other both better. Now, I get what he's saying. Like I said, I understand what he's saying, but the way he
Right.
said it, I I'm not going to support that. I'm not going to support what he said. So,
No, I know.
what say you?
I hear what you're saying there. I think this is one of those questions where it's like, why are you in black women's business?
Huh?
That's
Huh?
one of those. That was the first thing that stuck out to me. Is like, why are
Yeah,
we
I didn't want to say that.
asking?
I ain't want to be that one. I ain't want to be that one, but I'm glad you brought it up.
It was like, why are we asking Tyler Perry of all the questions you could ask him? Why are we asking him this question here? And I agree with you because all of his movies, there's a pattern of, and before I say that, yeah, the statistics are there are especially black women because I don't know other communities because I'm not in those communities. So I
Yeah.
know there's gonna be that one person. What about us? We ain't talking about y'all. Specifically to our community, yes, black women are overachieving a lot of black men. Statistics, that word messes me up.
Yeah.
The numbers are there. Just go research for yourself. The numbers are there. This is more of a question that Tyler Perry should have answered. How come us men aren't trying to elevate ourselves
Mm.
to meet y'all at these levels?
Well,
And this is not to say all men, because there are some brothers out here who are doing, who are maintaining and doing a great job. But to sit up here and say, if he loves you and all he can do is pay the light bill, I was like, Tyler, you should be paying a little bit more than the light bill, brother. It's supposed to be a partnership here. If all you're doing is paying the light bill, you're getting over, like, for real. And the other thing is, I don't know if Tyler has been out here. I'm not in the streets, but I hear a lot of the comments from some of my my lady friends who are in the streets, and you gotta assume or hope that these niggas want to even pay the light bill. Because from what I'm hearing, they don't. They don't even want to pay the light bill.
man.
So it's like, Tyler, we can't put all of this on the ladies. We can't do that. I know, for as this is coming from me as a brother, I know it's very difficult, it's very tough out here for us brothers, but you got to find some way to level up. If you are doing something, that's a goal. That is something that you are working towards.
Agreed.
So you shouldn't be looking down on yourself. I mean, there's times where I've been like, Boogie, I feel like we ain't doing nothing. You're like, Nate, we podcasting, we are doing it. So I feel like a lot of brothers, you got to look at yourself. Don't be down. You really are doing the job, but not as what Tyler Perry is saying. I don't like that notion of, again, like you said, like when you have to settle. I don't like that, because you can find a good brother out there who has all those qualities that you like. He's got paper, he's got everything. You don't have to go, well, all he can provide is love. That's cool, but love does not pay the bills. It just
Not at all.
doesn't. I don't know. It's just so weird. It's just weird.
I also want to bring up the the debate of you know, being single and developing yourself as an individual, it's kind of looked over a lot. You
I
know,
agree.
I feel like, and I'm not talking about being lonely.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
talking about developing yourself as a person, as an individual before you decide that, hey, I would like to share my world, my life with someone with someone. You know what I mean? And a lot of women, especially black women, I feel like once we get out of a bad situation, we like to reevaluate our lives and say, all right, well, let me go back to square one and let me start over and let me rebuild myself and let me go get
Right.
said degree or let me get whatever job. I want to elevate myself because I want to be elevated,
It'll
because
be
I
better.
I I want to be better, because if I want better, then I should do better myself as well. So that, I feel like, us wanting better for ourselves and also want better for your partner, your person, is not something
Not a
out
bad
of
thing.
the yeah, it's not something out of the ordinary. Now, making paper and being successful is all relative. So I think that should have been the conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to have a conversation with yourself. And I understand having a long list, because reality will set in when you start to understand that people are flawed,
Yeah.
and asking for perfection from yourself as well as somebody that you want to be with is unrealistic.
I agree with that. I feel like, man, I don't know. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of questions that I guess I don't have the answers to. One I would pose is, it's not a, it doesn't, I don't want this to come across as sounding like hateful or anything, but why is there such a huge disparity in this gap of the black women are up here doing so well and some of these brothers who are down here? I really would like someone to look into
Mm.
what is going on with this
The
population of
psyche of it,
people,
yeah.
because it's like you said, the sisters is like, I need my master's degree, I'm buying houses, but it's like certain people, it's like, what's going on? I don't know if it's by design as a systematic thing, because sometimes they do systematic things where it's
Of
like,
course.
okay, we're gonna prop up one group and we're gonna put another one
Of
down.
course.
So I'm just really interested, or maybe it's lack of motivation. That very well could be what it is too. But I think Tyler Perry, there was like maybe small things where I was like, okay, the loving thing, I would rather you, don't settle. Obviously, don't settle. I want you to be with someone who's going to love you, nurture you, provide all those good things within his realm of possibilities. You gotta use reality too.
Of
Like when
course.
he said the whole, you want someone that makes 5 times as much as you still have to be, you got to use common sense there. If you're a doctor, ma'am, or whatever, more than likely your circle of people are going to be those doctors. So you might find that person. However, if you are the young lady that works at Target, what's around you may not be the person who makes that. And I guess not saying you have to
Mhm.
settle.
Yeah.
You got to use common sense. Use common sense as to what you want, and also do what works for you.
Yeah.
I think that might be the ultimate
Absolutely.
takeaway. It's just do what works for you. But Tyler Perry doesn't need to be on here telling people to do things
Yeah.
from his movies. Like,
I
not do that.
think that that's the moral and the gist of this whole conversation that we're having. This is the wrong person to be asking any of these questions about, and you basing, you as in
Right.
basing um everything that he's done in his work as the guru. I
He's the
I think,
love guru. It's like
yeah.
asking Steve Harvey for marriage advice.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't be doing that.
These
It's one of
yeah.
those
Yeah.
those things where I'm like, if we're posing this question to you as like what the ladies should do, again, it goes back to Tyler. What are you telling the men? What are
Wow.
you telling the
Because that's
fellas
where your focus should be, because you
to
are a
do out
man.
here?
So speak on that.
As a man hearing that, I'm just like, whoa, time out, dog. I gotta be doing way more than just paying a light bill. Like on average, what's a light bill? 150, 185, depending on where you at.
Yeah.
You need to be doing something. I'm not saying retiling the roof or shit like that. I'm like, pull your weight around the house, bro. If you know your ladies at work, put something in the crock pot, wash the dishes. Hey, boo, I did laundry. Just do the little things to make up for if your lady is footing the
Holding it down.
mortgage
Is
or
holding it down.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because there are situations that are like that. There are people
Shit.
who where there are
Hell
women
yeah.
where she's the nurse and you might be I don't know, you might be a school teacher or whatever. There's so many situations that are like that, but those people who make less are still pulling their weight. They're not just sitting around here kicking their feet up, not doing anything.
Yeah, everything is not black and white when it comes
Like, come on.
to being in a relationship. And it took time for me to understand that because I was so strong-headed and controlling and understanding what I want. I need he better but you start to realize like, oh,
It's time and a place.
Yeah, it takes more than just XYZ in order for you to feel like you're complete in a relationship. Like, come on.
Just like, again, we need to this is why most people don't talk about their relationships or things because you got stuff like this floating around there.
That's it.
And I just really want to again pose that question. Are you telling men to settle? Are you telling these men out here? Are you like, hey, brother, I know you're taking care of the mortgage. I know you're taking care of all these things. I know you're doing that. Are you just okay with having a pretty bum? Because let's be real, there are some out here that will juice you. Are you telling them the same exact thing that you're telling the ladies? I highly doubt it. You probably aren't saying that at all. So just keep it 100 with both groups of people. Better yet, don't ask men questions that pertain to things that revolve around women. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Because then you get stupid conversation like this on the internet. Great content for us though. So, but
absolutely.
Just don't do it. Boogie.
Yes, sir.
These niggas have been tripping. So let's get to it.
Oh God.
Y'all niggas tripping.
Who you got?
My you niggas is tripping has got to go to, I don't want to say all, but it's a couple of them. Okay, a couple of TSA agents were caught on video stealing money from passengers' luggage at a security checkpoint, and now finally they are both under arrest. Now I don't want to say their names because honestly I'm gonna butcher their names, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Yeah, with some names.
Yeah, Labarius Williams. And I want to say, because it's not Jose, but it looked like Jose. Right, it looked like Jose. Gonzalez were on duty scoping out bags being scanned in the Miami International Airport in late June and July. And on occasion, you will see that both of the agents worked in tandem and they both snatched money from carry-on stashed in bins or on a conveyor belt. My guys, what are you doing? Now, this is why I feel like they're tripping. It takes an arm and a leg and government clearance for you to even become a TSA agent.
Literally.
And you decided to steal a couple 20s here
$600 in total.
Right, $600, but a couple of 20s every so often.
Oh my God!
And you thought that was necessary to take from other people? Come on, yo! Now, guess what? You going to jail? You gonna be fined, and you gonna get fired.
Well, it's a good job. That's one of those jobs when you get a job at the airport or whatever, you don't lose that job. It is like, I've done everything. I've passed every drug test. Like you said, you have passed every type of clearance that you can get. Why would you do that? Also, it's an airport. There's cameras.
God.
There's cameras on top of the cameras.
I just don't understand that. And I also don't want to leave out, there's allegedly a third TSA employee, Elizabeth Fooster. So sorry, you three are going to jail. Okay. And
Labarius.
And the reason why I wanted to really bring this up is because I don't want to say it, but
I'll say it
my
for you. TSA got you, huh?
Yeah, TSA got me, and I want to say it was in Miami. It didn't get me; it got my partner. He had 2 phones. He had 2 phones. He put his stuff up in the bins and grabbed only 1 phone.
See, when it's stuff like that, it's like, my guy, I know and you know 2 phones were in this bin. And when 1 phone comes out on the other side of the machine,
Yeah,
that's a problem.
yeah,
Like, how do you even dispute that? I'm
Yeah.
like, run these motherfucking tapes back.
yeah. And we unfortunately had to rush
Catch a flight.
and
Okay.
catch a flight, but we made a quick stink about it. But I was like, nah. Something is
Yeah.
sounding a little fishy right now.
Labarius got him. That's what Labarius is walking around with y'all phone.
Man, well, guess what? I bet y'all won't do that no more.
He got my little brother several years back when he had a Game Boy, and my mom lost it. She was like, the Game Boy was literally put in the car, or in the cart or whatever,
Yeah.
in the bin, and it did not come out of the bin.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, we don't know what happened. And it was a situation, again, it's like, we have somewhere to be, but if I did not have to get on this next flight or whatever,
Yeah.
y'all are not here to end of this. And it's like, it's crazy that they
that's
do
what they're
that.
banking on, and that's what they're banking on too.
You know, they do this. How many times we've heard of people who's like, and this is going under the plane, when you put, oh, I pack my pills, pack my weeds, coming from places, and they go through your stuff. Like, that is an issue when y'all are
That's crazy.
stealing people's stuff. But it's also pre-check. Get a pre-check. You don't have to worry about TSA going through your bag.
No, they still do that.
Nah, they don't. I've never had TSA go through.
I mean, they don't go through. No. He didn't. The video, they're not sifting through, going through their stuff. They went through their stuff because it wasn't like a security individual check. From what I saw, they were just moving the stuff along, and they grabbed the money. Am I mistaken?
Read one story where he went into the lady's purse, like her bag, and took 600 out, and they put it in his pocket. So there's some.
Okay, so they were both.
Yeah, it was both of them doing multiple things. So that's where, like, because my last trip to Atlanta, I was like, the pre-check or whatever, they just put a little black brick in the little bins or whatever, and he's like, he's pre-check, didn't touch none of my stuff. It was like, you good. So I'm like, if you have the maybe every airport is different though.
Yeah,
but I know I have put.
I got pre-check too, and I know they was like, I don't get no.
Open your bag. I know that I'll put things in the bins, like my phone. I've put in like AirPods or whatever. Won't be doing that anymore. Everything will go in my bag.
Yeah, no
before
thanks.
I put it in the bin, because I got time. I can afford to miss a flight. I normally get to the airport early enough to where I'm like, oh, I'm here 3 hours ahead of time. So if you want to go, let's go. Let's go see your manager.
Yeah. Who you got for your niggas is tripping?
Jay Norvell, Mr. When I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat off and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. And I don't care if the folks over there in Boulder hear this. Sir, you're wearing a visor. I don't know if anybody has ever told you that's still a hat. Like, probably one of the stupidest hats ever to be made.
Hey, leave the visors alone. I'll be rocking a visor.
But so you have hair. If I wear a visor, I'm gonna get sunburn. I gotta wear a full hat.
Fair.
It's not really good for us bald guys. But again, Jay, what was the point of this? If you were trying to get recruits to come to your school, Colorado State, this is probably the worst way to do it, because you're setting them up for the bloodbath. We all know what's going to happen. It is going to be a massacre, because, as Prime said, it's personal. And you know what Prime did? Prime capitalized as he should on this.
Oh, yeah.
Whole staff of First Take got the shades.
Yeah.
What did he do? Came in there, gave all his players the shades. And after they win, because you know what's going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
I hope Prime goes to midfield, takes off his shades and his hat. How about that dub?
How's your mom,
coach?
How's your mom?
Like, I hope that's what happened, because it's like, it's sitting up here, and Jay Norvell, as some might not be able to tell, he's a brother.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure.
He's
but
a
then
brother.
I had to get a couple pictures. I was like, yep.
I knew from the curl pattern. I was like, yeah, he's definitely a brother. But he's one of them brothers who's probably passed his entire life, biracial. So he probably leans to that side that's like, you know what? I can't beat you. So maybe I should try to talk louder than you. But if you have not learned, no one talks louder than Coach Prime. You're not going to beat him in a war of words.
Yeah,
And all
it's
you
not gonna
did
happen.
was you just gave them bulletin board material of like, okay, and Shador probably gonna put up 250 yards passing in the first half.
I think he
Come on,
definitely
man.
he made himself a sacrificial lamb, just to egg his team on, uh, just have that fire lit under their ass. So hopefully they can back it up, because this gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna tell you that much. If he
You know
loses,
what? Like what you said, because Boogie, you've played sports and everything. I've played sports, and this coaches do that dumb shit all the time.
oh yeah,
Coaches know y'all about to go out here and get slaughtered. You have
yeah.
no prayers of chance.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you said, let's light a fire up under their ass. I don't think this is what your players were asking for, Jay.
I don't think so either.
They just wanted to go out there, have a nice game. We know we're about to get blasted, but now you're about to get blasted by even more on national TV. And everybody in America is going to be tuning in to see the bloodbath. I can't wait.
Good luck, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Is good luck.
Man, Boogie, they gonna need every former player that was on Colorado State's
Stop
team
it.
to
Stop
win. They gonna need Jay to suit up. Jay, you and your advisor gonna have to go out there. Everything you go win. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Do better, niggas. Do better. Let's get to the final ad, the final topic.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them Chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
For the final topic, Charles Doty said, "You better have my pizza hot and ready when I want it." It says a Knoxville man pulled out an AK-47 rifle because his pizza was not ready in time.
God.
Charles Doty Jr., 64, pleaded guilty to 4 counts of aggravated assault on August 23rd. A sentencing date will be set for September 29th. He was arrested in late November of 2021 after altercation at the Little Caesar store in Cedar Bluff Road. According to the incident, Doty became angry when it took 10 minutes for him to get his pepperoni pizza. After he asked for free breadsticks, Doty exited the store and returned with an AK-47. An employee who was present, he stated that he said, "Where's my pizza? I want my pizza now." He ended up leaving after another customer handed them her pizza. Oh man, this is just foolishness all over a pizza. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when Kane's daddy shot old boy in the poker game in Men's Society. He was like, "You owe me some money, sucker." He was like, "No, but here you go." Old girl was like, "I'm making a conscious decision to save all of us. You
Yeah.
can take my pizza."
Shout out to her. Like, women always out here saving the day somehow, some way. Just I love my life. You can take my little pizza. That is fine. I will wait.
This hot and ready ain't worth it. It's one of those things. I feel bad for the worker because they said this was her first day. So
Oh, wow.
imagine this is your first day and someone just pulled the
Wow.
blicky, not even the blicky, an AK-47.
Ah.
And it's just like, bro, why? Why are you even carrying this around on you? And I get it. I understand. I do blame Little Caesars to a degree because it's like, hey,
You claim it.
it's hot and ready.
Right.
It's
You
supposed to
cl-
be hot and ready.
right. You claim that it's supposed to be hot and ready when it'll be there, but it's clear something else was happening
Oh,
because
yeah.
he was. I think what happened was because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna develop a backstory. I think he was ready to have a meeting, or he was gonna his plan was he was hungry because before his actual plan that he was gonna do to shoot up something, he was like, I need some sustenance. So I need to get some pizza. I got
He was
a little
hungry.
extra time. He probably scheduled. He was like, man, I'm a little early. Let me go ahead and go to Caesar's real quick and
Take a little bite.
grab a little pie, and I can get some free crazy bread. You know what I'm saying, with it. And he looked at his watch and he was like, "Oh, no, y'all messing up my plan. Y'all messing up my day."
He had a date. That's what it was. You're right, but he had a hot date, and
Yeah.
he was like, what goes good with a hot date? A hot and ready. He
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, boo, I'm bringing
Yeah.
this over."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Where you at? You late? What you doing? You probably out here messing with some other chicks." He's like, "Nah, I'm still at Little Caesars. I asked him for
I'm
some free
telling
crazy
you.
bread,
Right.
and they said nah." So the only way he could handle this was like, I got to bring the AK.
Yeah. He
So I gotta
brought
bring the act.
he brought the big homie just to get just to get a pizza that probably cost like $5 to $7.
It was like, sir, and not that I'm for pulling out guns on people, but why not just a handgun? Why you gotta go for the full on? Just like, come on, dude, that's a lot of energy. It's a whole lot of effort.
I hope everything works out well for the woman. I hope she got the pizza, that a different pizza.
Yeah. First of all, if I'm the manager, I gotta give her pizza for free. Like, here you go,
For a while.
ma'am.
For a
Like,
while.
at least a month. Like, you was out here. You could have walked out. She could have walked out, but like, got mine. See you later. But free pizza and
She was
crazy
like, not
bread
my business. She could have, yeah.
for a month. We got to make you a fresh pie as well because you've been traumatized.
Yeah.
So here's a fresh one.
Yeah.
And for an old girl who's working there, you got to give her the first day. You got to give her at least 2 months off. She got to get some therapy or something.
Take that time to think
Hey,
about what
man,
happened. Yeah.
customer service is rough. So this is just
really
this is
is.
your first day. Imagine the other people who like, why am I hot and ready? Ain't ready.
Yeah. She was like, I don't want this job no more.
I probably would have quit. I'm not gonna lie. If you pull out the blicky on me, this is not the establishment that I need to work at.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Not gonna lie. You know what's gonna happen next? They're going to start putting bulletproof glass in Little Caesar. That's what it's gonna be.
I'm sure they
People
do it
cutting
in other areas, in certain areas, but now they're gonna do it with all the areas.
In those states that have open carry laws, they should have bulletproof glass everywhere.
So,
Every establishment. But Boogie, we've come. Oh, hold on. That was not right. Boogie, there we go. We've come to the end of another dope episode. Before we get up out of here, it's time for the nothing blunt fact. For those of you who are like, what is that? It's when you might get hit in the gut or the blunt fact, or it might be one of the ones like Nate was really high when he thought of this. So here we go. I said part of this earlier because it's actually not a prime quote, but a wise man once said, if you can look up, you can get up, unless you're visually impaired. Then you want to put on some glasses. But still, when you have your glasses on, if you look up, you can get up. Do what you will with that information.
all right.
They're getting worse every week, Bookie. Shout out to all the day ones. Forgot to shout y'all out at the beginning, but I ain't forgetting about you here at the end. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. We appreciate you. What you got, Bugs?
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate you. And remember to smash that bell so you can be notified as soon as our content drops. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to.
Yeah, I got a note. I had something, but I forgot it. Shout out to Black Watches. I'm wearing it. Most people's like, Nate, how can you wear your black watch? I got it on, okay? I got it on. Get off. Leave me alone, okay? Okay? Got nothing else. I'm Nate Calloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And this is your favorite podcast. Sometimes shooting in the day, but also at night. Yeah.
Peace out, y'all.